So I had a dream that I'm walking out of a bar at Tallahassee with Jason Biggs from American Pie and his wife, Jenny Molin. I know my sister's best friends with Jenny's sister. That's how I know Jenny. That's how I know Jason. I don't really know Jason. I just met him at my sister's wedding, but he's a nice guy. I met him very shortly, but I don't know him. But I know Jenny.
Didn't he just piss on Chelsea Handler?
He pissed on her?
Yeah.
Urinated on her?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Really?
You didn't see the video of that?
No.
Yeah, they were out. They were out on a boat and swimming around and stuff.
No.
And then, am I thinking of the same person?
I mean, it is. Jenny and Chelsea are good friends.
Yeah. And she's swimming in the ocean, and he's on the boat, and he just decided to just piss on her. He just pissed on her.
I
face.
really like him. He is a
What an awesome thing to do.
He is a real awesome I think he is a very even though he doesn't do stand up, I think he's got a comic spirit.
Yeah.
So I have a dream that I'm walking out of a Florida State bar, FSU bar with them, and they ask me if I want to get high. And I'm like, okay. In dreams, I always do drugs. And so we smoke a joint, we get really high, we get in their car, and their baby is in the backseat. They have a baby. Their baby's in the backseat. I go, your baby's here? And they're like, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry. He's really young. And then the baby says to me, they get high a lot around me. And I go, did you just talk to me? And he goes, you can hear me? I was like, yeah. I go, wait, can they hear you? And they're like, who are you talking to? I was like, and he's like, no one can hear me. I've been talking and no one can fucking hear me. And he's like, you can hear me? And I go, yes. And he's like, oh my God. And then we start talking. Halfway through the conversation, I go, stop me if I say his name. My best friend killed himself 6 months ago.
Ugh.
And I go,
Jesus, I'm sorry, man.
I go, let's. I don't want to say his name. So he would never want anyone to know that. But let's just call him. Let's call him Lucy.
All right.
Just fucking Lucy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a name that's very far from his. So I go, wait. I go, are you the Lucy? And he goes, how do you know? I go, well, you sound like him. And he goes, Bert? I go, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, holy shit, man. What the fuck? And at that, the car stops. And they're like, we're here. And I go, hey, can I babysit for you guys? And they're like, sure. I go, any night, just let me know. I'd love to babysit. And they're like, great. So automatically, I cut to, in the dream, I smash cut to me in their house. It's like a sunken living room. And they're like, all right, thank you. And I was like, all right, we'll see you guys later. And their baby is on the couch. And I'm like, hey, I'm back. And I can't hear him. And I was like, motherfucker. So I go, it must be the pot. So I go into Jason's room. I grab pot. I smoke pot. I come back to the couch. I sit back down. And he goes, it's you? I said, it's you. And I go, Lucy, he was like, what the fuck happened, man? He's like, I'm one night, I'm fucking drunk, I'm really fucked up in a hotel room, and then all of a sudden, I'm out and I'm this baby. And I go, you don't know? He goes, no. I go, dude, you killed yourself. And he goes, and by the way, if I get emotional, I apologize, but this was
quite natural.
Intense. So I go, you killed yourself. He goes, what? I go, yeah, man, you killed yourself. He's like, holy fuck. He's like, how? And I tell him, I go, it's bad. It was really bad. And he's like, holy shit. He goes, oh, fuck. How's my brother doing? I go, this is not good. I go, not good at all. And I tell him how his brother's doing. And he goes, how's, his son? I said, I don't really know, but I can't imagine. The kids are resilient. And he's like, oh, my God, how are my parents? I go, I think they're worse than your brother, man. And he's like, oh, shit. You got to get my parents here so that I can apologize to them. And I said, okay. And he goes, please, please, please. I go, all right. So I dream cuts right away. His parents are walking in. Now, hopefully his parents never hear this, but I don't, it's my processing. But his parents walk in, and I like, in my head, I'm like, I got to get them high so they can talk to the baby.
Right.
You got to get high to talk to my buddy. So I put marijuana in the food, and we all sit at the table. We're sitting if in the dream we were sitting on the couch, which we were, and there were fun parts of the dream, by the way. I asked him, I go, what's breastfeeding like? He goes, it's fucking awesome. I was like, really? He goes, it's fucking great. And so, but we go and we're sitting in the same direction as, me and the parents sitting in the same direction as the couch was. I don't know why that's important. Small details always interest me. And so we're sitting there. It's me, the baby, Lucy, to the right. His mom is next to me, and his dad's on the far side. And his mom is a ball buster, always been a ball buster, especially with me. Big, definite ball buster. I put marijuana on food, and I start, we start eating, and I can tell everyone's getting a little high. And my buddy is like, can they hear me? Can they hear me? I was like, I don't know. And he's like, give me to my mom. Give me to my mom. And I was like, so I give the baby. I go, hey, here you go. Why don't you hold the baby? She's like, I don't want to hold the baby. I'm talking to Jason about his TV show. And I was like, no, but the baby wants you to hold him. And like, I don't want to hold the baby. And I can hear my buddy now. It's like, Mom, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm listening to him say this in the dream, and I'm getting emotional as he's doing it, and he starts crying. The baby's crying, and I give the baby to the mom, and I go, just please take the baby. Oh my God, I'm going to get emotional. I hope I don't. But
it's okay.
She is
I'm getting emotional just listening to it.
She's holding the baby, and the baby's, and he's like, Mom, I really messed up. I really messed up. I'm so sorry. And the baby's crying, and I'm crying next to him, and his mom, it just in this beautiful moment just goes, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and I love you. And they apologize in the dream, and he goes to his dad, and his dad holds baby, and they apologize to each other. And I wake up, and I'm hugging, sobbing, crying. I'm like sobbing, crying.
Yeah.
And my wife comes in the room. Georgia comes in the room. She's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, I don't know. I go, bring your mom in. And Leanne comes in. She's like, what? I was like, it's the fucking most insane dream about my buddy. And she's like, what? And I tell her the dream. I'm still crying throughout the entire dream. And she's like, holy shit. So the only time my wife's ever been like, I guess your dreams aren't bullshit. Because it's like, but it was like that. I mean, that is indicative of the way I dream. It's this intense, overwhelming, full, encompassing interaction in my psyche that I come out of. And I didn't think I'd get emotional telling you that dream.
No, it's like inspiring.
It's like, and then
I mean, you're really lucky. I don't get to have my dreams are like so fleeting, and they're usually it's like I'm being chased by the cops or something like that, or they're really boring, just a continuation of the day. And
I have dreams that are like I definitely like. I had one dream about Elvis where like 5 dudes, me and Elvis were partying, we ate pills, and I went back, like I've talked about it on stage, and we're at a hotel, and he passes out, and I grab him and I take him to his room, and as I open the door, I see 5 dudes butt fucking throwing up in Burger King cups. And I go, what the fuck? I shut the door and I look at Elvis. I go, what the fuck's going on in your room? And he just wakes up and like total lucid and goes, it's your dream, baby. And I fucking was like, holy shit. I told Leanne doesn't dream. My dad doesn't dream. I told my dad about it.